Right guys, we've got an interesting video today. World's Strongest Man have sent through to me what they believe is some of my best World's Strongest Man moments, and they wanted to see how I would react to these videos. I've not seen what's been sent, so I'm quite excited to have a look and delve back into an 11-year career at World's Strongest Man. So should we get into it?
Let's go.
So I remember this, obviously, not too far away. This was like 160 kilo log for reps, and my log for reps got a lot better throughout the years.
You were quite heavy then as well, you can see that.
I was big. God, I was big at this time. I think my body weight was around 165, 170 kilos.
Chunky.
Chunky Loz. The beard's looking good though. And I needed a good performance on this to have a chance of making the final. So I'm up against Payman.
Did you make the final this year?
No.
Oh.
Literally myself.
Oh.
No. I had myself, Belsac and Laurence Shahlaei.
Yes, I remember.
I think we were two of us were tied, and one of us had half a point extra.
So you didn't get to do the stone.
But I didn't get to do the stones, and I was really angry.
I remember the texts. Oh, that Payman's looking a bit wobbly. Oh no! Oh God! Payman down.
I'm on 5. I thought I'd get 6. So here we go. 6th rep. Now this at the time, this beat guys like Rob Kearney. It beat some good log pressers.
That's good, Lassie.
I did all right.
Yeah, not bad.
For someone that wasn't always the best overhead, no. I managed to hold my own on a lot of overhead events.
When I met you, you had no shoulders at all.
There were some shoulders there. And no neck.
As is the way.
Well, I can tell you straight away, arm over arm has never been my best event. And when I was bigger, it was even worse for me. I was better when I was a little bit slimmer and had a bit more fitness. I used to struggle with arm over arm events, and this was tough, this arm over arm.
That's not a good position for you. That's like max flexibility for you, isn't it?
My flexibility always sucked, so I wasn't a big fan of the arm over arm. Although this was a cool looking setup, they actually had to pump up the tyres as well, because the groups that went the groups that went earlier, it was super hard.
Oh really?
And I think Mark Felix blew everyone out of the water because he's just amazing at this type of event with his ridiculous grip, and he's got those big long pulls. Mark Felix, unbelievable. Me, not so much. I gave it my all. I can't remember where I finished on this event, but you can see I'm not having fun.
No. Oh no.
The forearms are pumped up now.
When you have to wrap it around.
I still think I did okay in the group, but I certainly didn't win it. I think Payman won this event. But it's definitely not one of my favourite events to do.
I see you got the dark glasses on as well to hide the fear and loathing.
I'm a much bigger fan of a standard truck pull, I can promise you that. Look at me there. I'm like, I'm done with this.
I'm done with the sport.
Seeing things like this reminds me why I've retired.
Yeah.
I have those little moments where I think, it'd be good to do something again, because I'm doing stuff that I like doing at the moment in the gym. But it's when they put those events that you don't like doing, you realise, I'm quite happy just watching.
This sucks.
I don't even remember this. This is obviously in Botswana. This log was quite thin in the centre and had the big ends to it.
It's a long old log, Loz.
It is. And Shivlakov's a great log lifter.
I was about to say, he's a good pacemaker.
He is. I was always someone that managed to do okay, though. Like, you'd watch me in training and think, he's not that great. But I'd always kind of somehow pull it out on the day and manage a decent score at least. Even if I wasn't winning events, I'd hold my own.
There you go. Look, you've gone ahead of shift. To be fair, though, he was disallowed a rep, so...
Well, I think that's why I did well in my career. I was good at listening to rules and making sure I got decent reps in. But there you go, strict press there by Shivlakov.
But didn't you in 2018 accidentally do an extra squat?
Yeah, let's not talk about that. I was just so keen to get it done.
Let's do more. I love squats.
Shivlakov getting another rep there.
Powering through. Can you remember the weights?
It was about 160, 165.
Oh, you've had enough.
Yeah, it was a tough log. I remember that, lots of people struggling on it. And that's the thing, you'll see people lift weights in the gym and everyone's like, he's going to smash it in comp. Until you go on that equipment and you feel it. And that's what's tough about World's Strongest Man. So many people will watch the guys and think, I can do that.
Yeah.
But you watch the guys that normally do incredible things in the gym and they're struggling because it's different equipment, it's different conditions, it's tough. Shivlakov is a great log lifter. So for me to get tied with him, that's pretty damn good.
You'll take it.
I definitely will.
Sold.
Do I have to watch this one?
I remember you texting me after this one, stupid load and drag, stupid surface they use. But to be fair to you, that's like a sort of cobbled...
Yeah, it's a cobbled floor, and it just felt like this wasn't going anywhere. I'm usually not too bad at dragging things as well.
Why are you twisting it?
I was trying to get a little shorter.
Would that be easier?
I was trying to get it to come up off the floor.
What, that big thing? You were trying to pick it up off the floor?
I don't know what I was doing here, okay? This was a crazy moment for me.
Were you panicking?
I was a bit.
Yeah.
Because I pulled it in the yard and it moved okay.
Was that a smoother surface?
Yeah, it was a different surface. And I thought, okay, I'm pretty good normally at dragging heavy stuff. But I just couldn't get this thing moving.
It's not budging, is it?
And then you start to panic and then the energy goes and... Yeah. Now I'm just looking like a right amateur.
Look, the other guys are jumping. You're twisting.
You should have a go.
That's fine. I'm here purely as a critic, dear.
I wasn't having my best day.
No.
This definitely wasn't Loz having fun.
Yeah. Here's an event you're good at, talking.
Look at that short beard.
Oh, I know. That was the beginning, wasn't it?
Yeah, you can see why I grew the beard. You can see the chubby face
You're
there.
really fat there, I was about to say.
Did you fancy me then?
Yeah, always.
That was convincing.
Look at you with the people. Man of the people.
I do enjoy performing in front of a crowd, I must admit. It just helps you do a little extra.
Yeah. Your old buddy JF.
So I think this is me against JF on the squat. And I think maybe...
No, don't say it.
Okay.
I know what you're about to say. You two agreed on the amount of squats that you do. Shh.
Well...
You can say it now.
Yeah. I think a lot of people that have followed my career may have seen a squat performance from me and given me a lot of crap for it. So I vowed never to do any favours for anyone again and make sure I saved my energy for when was needed.
Never do more than you have to. Here you come.
Yes.
Chunky Lozzie, look.
Chunky Lozzie. It's a pretty heavy squat. And I'm pretty sure JF and myself both come out and do 4 reps.
Let's have a look.
Nice little agreement between us not to kill yourselves before the final.
Shocking.
Not that happens. Look at my legs there. They're pretty big.
Yeah. All of you's big. Here he goes.
Looks a bit high, to be fair. It felt easy to... So.
Did you get measured on your tippy toes?
It's strange at Worlds, like...
Easy.
Yeah, that was pretty comfortable. I mean, Jeff and myself are both good squatters. And I've watched old squat videos of me many times, and the height varies every single year that you squat to.
There he goes.
I always enjoyed a squat, though, at World's Strongest Man. It was one of my favourite events to do.
And it's nice to see a slow-mo where you're not being injured. Getting injured.
Especially at World's Strongest Man. I can't believe how fat my face was then.
God.
We don't need to watch this one.
Right. What are you doing? What's... You look like you're about to move a washing machine.
You know, early on in my career, I was really good at loading events.
I know.
As I got older and clearly heavier,
It got worse.
I started to not enjoy them so much.
Someone's dropped their
These
barrel.
are horrible barrels. They're not like kegs you've got a handle to hold on to.
No.
So there's kind of like the little tiny lip, but I think I fall over at some point. And then when you do things like that, you just start to panic.
Yeah.
And then you're like, I want to just be eaten up by the floor. It's all going tits up. Look at me. Oh my goodness.
Were you embarrassed? Or did you not think about that at the time?
No, I was.
Oh,
I was. I was like, Jesus, these people are watching me. I've just completely messed this event up. Oh. You know, and in training, things go well.
Yeah.
You think, okay, you've got an idea of how you can do. And look at me.
Dying.
And when you panic, you burn energy. So, oh my goodness.
It's plodding along. Oh, here he goes.
What am I doing? JF's already finished. I just look like some kind
Hey!
Oh man, I'm glad I can laugh at myself. Look at that.
You're like, okay, I'm done.
I'm like, please tell me the time's finished. Yeah. Thank God.
Oh, Lozzie.
Can we have a squat, please?
Who's said these were your best moments?
Yeah, I don't know about best moments, but
Some sick people out there, Lozzie. Sick.
funny moments.
Oh, JF looking glorious in slow-mo. You doing a backwards roly-poly.
Whoever put this list together, I'm coming for you. Dumbbell press.
You're usually pretty good at dumbbell. Let's see how you did.
Not that well.
You remember then?
I was coming back from injury at this time in my shoulder. My pressing wasn't at its best, particularly on one arm. I
Yeah.
could sort of get away with like a two-handed press, but the stability I was really struggling with. You can see I'm pushing
Looking
away
up
from
at
it.
it as well.
Do you know what? I found this venue. It was beautiful. Like visually, it was beautiful, but there really was no one there. They've kind of pushed a few people together to watch it.
Yeah.
And at this point of my career, I started to, like, now you get massive groups of fans coming to watch shows, but this was at a point where some of the one-day shows were getting decent fans.
Yeah.
And then you go to Worlds and it wasn't so good. Worlds now, we're going to have big crowds this year and it'd be great. But there was just no atmosphere, and I was finding it quite hard to get fired up, which might sound crazy, but...
You've already had enough. 2 reps, I'll say.
Yeah. And dumbbell was an event I used to be pretty good at,
Yeah.
but not in this one.
Oh, look at that face.
Hopefully they'll show some like 2014 overhead performances, or even
Hopefully.
2012 perhaps. That would be nicer.
Back.
I was a battered man by this point, coming back from a lot of injuries.
Broken man.
It shows. I normally like to truck pull, so hopefully my larger frame benefits this one.
Yeah. Oh, look. OB there, passing you
It's
the
not
rope.
OB.
No, I know. You look fired up there.
I am. I like a truck pull.
Getting excited.
Not a seated arm over arm.
No.
It's
no
a
one
good heavy truck pull, 2 carriages or whatever they're called.
We're not very technical people, are we?
No.
What are
There
they
you go.
called?
Someone will tell us.
Bodies.
Trailers.
Trailers.
Yeah.
There you go.
Anyway,
Well done.
look at this. Nice technique.
Very
Staying
manly.
in line. Keeping the rope nice and close to my chest. That's a good truck pull. I don't mind watching this one.
Your rope's very floppy.
It's not floppy. It's tight. Well, it's getting
No,
looser
it's
now.
floppy.
Time to beat 48 seconds. Let's see if I do that.
Where's the tension?
Me and my floppy rope beat that.
Very nice. Very nice. Who needs a...
That was a good
solid
time. I think across the whole of the groups, I think I had the second fastest time out of
Very
everyone.
nice, I'll
So.
say. Very nice.
Even with my floppy rope, as Liz likes to refer to it. Thanks, Auntie Liz.
You should be proud. Look, looking glorious in slow-mo there.
Yeah. Counting myself on the stones.
This must be the last year that they did a normal stone run during the heats.
Yeah, I think it was.
I miss it.
So do I. I don't like the stone off.
I don't either.
I like to be able to, because like that year I told you about where there was 3 of us,
Didn't
half
get
a
the
point
chance
between
to do it,
just
yeah.
not having the chance. It's
Yeah.
just a bit annoying.
When you've actually got a chance points-wise. Here we go. JF's clearly already made the group. You
Yeah,
can tell by
JF's
his
already
pace.
through, and I think I needed to beat. I think doing that stone, I knew I was through.
Yeah. So
We
you
were just sort
play
of
around with the
having a bit of
JF's done.
practice.
He's like, nope. Here he goes. Here he goes.
Oh, no,
no.
he's not having it. JF and myself through to a final.
Ah, there you go.
That's nice.
Yay.
Do you remember me calling you after that?
Yeah, I do. Because that was the year you won Europe's Strongest Man. I was thinking, God, he's got me at the final. How would it look? There you go. Happy
That's the
faces
thing
all
is-
around.
yeah.
I do remember. I think I cried with relief.
I think because there was no like Wi-Fi and I
it
couldn't
was
message you at all for
very
ages.
stressful. And I knew you had a really rocky road to get there, didn't you? In that group, it was
Yeah.
you were never really in a comfortable position. It
Not
was
at all.
on the last event, and historically, if you're relying on stones to win, it's not going to go well.
Now, just again, I'm going to say it. I hated doing the Viking press facing away from the
Yeah.
machine. I used to like it when you could face the machine. I found I could get more of my leg power into it. And I'm up against Adrina, so he's pretty good.
I was
So
gonna say,
however
yeah.
I do on this, just remember I'm against probably the best in the world.
Yeah, oh look, he's already on 6 reps, Lottie, while you were talking about in or out.
I've done 6. You know, I'm holding my own,
Yeah.
but it's Zadrunas. If you lose an overhead to Zadrunas, you're okay with that.
This was a tough group that year as well. Look how few people. Can you imagine now being in, where were we? LA.
LA. We might see Auntie Liz in the back of the crowd at this one. You came to this one.
I did. You will see me somewhere.
Zadrunas 1. Oh, there's a slimmer Loz there.
Look, there I am.
There you are in
Stood
the back.
with Tim.
Yeah.
Tim the nurse. Look, we're clapping politely.
Zadrunas is very happy.
Yeah,
He
very
win this event. First place, Viking press, 13 laps.
He won that year, didn't he?
He did. He was very good.
Was that the last year he won?
Yeah.
I know. God. There you go. Here
Look
we
at
go.
sexy Loz there.
You won that deadlift.
I did, against Felix and Zadrunas. Felix and Zadrunas.
And Nick Best. That was the first time Felix had been beaten on deadlift in the group stages. Little
And that was when I was slimmer.
And
then
you
I was
won
on
that.
the yoke.
If you listen carefully, at the end of this, you'll hear me scream, look, there a one woman.
Those were some of my best events.
Yes, they
I was in
were,
good shape
yeah.
for moving.
Good year.
It was until they took the yoke and the frame out of the final. But
Oh, yes, we all know that story. Rolling back the years now.
yes, indeed. 2011, when I came 4th at World's Strongest Man.
This was the group
Cake
stages,
toss,
was it?
yeah, it was never my best event, and I had Travis Ortmeyer in my group. But cake toss is one of those events that's easy to make a mistake on.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Travis was a good cake tosser, but he made a mistake.
Let's see if you make any mistakes.
I probably will, but it allowed me to sort of take my time because I knew what I had to beat. And it's one of those events that I was never that good at it early on in my career. I've actually got better now.
Oh,
But 6 was enough to score me good points.
here he goes. Cheer me.
Looking different again.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, got it
Oh,
over.
hey,
You can see I'm
look at
happy
that.
with that.
Irving
Katona.
Katona's like, calm down, Loz.
Irving was like, damn, he's got me. That was not good over. You could tell I was when I
I
react.
think you change technique.
Yeah. Well, now I'm just sort of messing around. It's sort of like it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
You can tell from the reaction after that 7th one.
Yeah.
I was happy.
Okay, you're smiling.
Yeah. It's not often I'm smiling on a throwing event.
No.
And then you get the relief.
Yeah, God.
Yeah. There you go. Knows he's been a lucky boy to score big points on that event. Look, I'm in yellow today as well.
Ah.
I like a frame carry.
You know, this is the first clip I ever saw of you doing strongman.
Really?
This, yeah.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is.
2011 was my best ever year at World's Strongest Man. Look at that. They're all still back there. I'm done.
You can see why I was interested.
What wouldn't you like about that man? You know, he's just, look at him.
I fancy a man possessed today.
Brian Shaw coming in.
Look
a
at
slow
Zadrunas.
second place. Look at this.
Slow second
And
place.
Zadrunas and Lalas, I think, over there. Oh, there we go. Zadrunas finishes.
That must be the closest you've ever come to winning an event in a World's Strongest Man final, because you haven't
Derek
actually.
Poundstone.
Have you? No, Mike.
No. Derek Poundstone there.
Was it Derek
No.
Poundstone?
I'm just saying. I'm just watching Derek
Oh,
Poundstone.
sorry. I was going to say Mike Jenkins beat
Yes,
you.
yes. Mike Jenkins beat me
Yes.
on that event, but I've had a few second places. Never managed to get an event win in the final of World's Strongest Man. I've won plenty of events in the heats, but no. I was always up against like a Brian Shaw or a Hafthor Bjornsson or a Zadrunas Viscus.
Peak Brian and Zadrunas through most of your career as well.
Yeah, and even before that, Mariusz Pudzianowski.
You've had a hard life, Lozzie.
I've been up against some good opposition, but I've enjoyed it very, very much. It's nice to look back at some of those. I mean, I could have quite happily not looked at some of those,
I
but
know, right?
some of them were much nicer.
Yeah, look at these guys.